for that nigga agent to turn into a straight Karen for no reason, that's disgusting. Who do you think you are?
What's that?
So you already know the drill.
What you mean?
None of this.
You know I'm just getting here to get.
I hate like that.
We've already talked about this before.
I met you?
Yeah.
When I meet you?
Long time ago.
I'm gonna get some fruit though.
I know, but why do you have to do this?
No cap. I probably gave Walmart thousands and thousands of business this month just because.
No, we're good on that. We're good. We don't need business. We got plenty.
You don't need business?
We got plenty of business.
Bro, he said Publix don't need y'all business, bro.
All right, y'all gonna have to leave. Let's go.
I'm not buying nothing from this store.
Yeah, you don't need to. Thank you. No, be respectful.
He said.
You too.
How about like a can you please?
No, but we've talked about this before. But be respectful.
I don't know you.
But be respectful. We don't remember you, bro. I've talked to him before.
But look, though, why not just say excuse me?
Because last time I was, and then you took advantage of it.
Oh, what am I doing right now?
You came in here with the chains and stuff. We talked about this, man.
What am I doing right now?
It's not allowed. That's the issue.
No. Look, but there's a nice way to say it. You told me to skedaddle.
No. Last time we talked about it, right?
But you telling me you don't need my business like you're above us.
No,
we the ones who make this possible, man.
Just wanna call.
Your jobs don't exist without customers coming in here and buying things.
This is a rule. This isn't a me thing.
Well, I'm not.
Anybody that comes in here.
Chat, let me know if I was a nuisance in any way whatsoever. He's about to get me tight, chat. I'm not getting.
Thank you. Yeah. Man bun.
Oh wow.
That's so bad.
I remember the stream because the stream he's referring to.
Oh, the stream where he went into Publix?
Yeah, that was Agent, Senna, Chris. They were doing I think a Chain Together marathon, and they went to Publix, and they had some trouble staying there, but I think Caleb talked to them behind the scenes to let them stream. That's how I remember it. But...
That was lame as on Agent's part and his cameraman. They lame as for that. Niggas' egos is too goddamn fragile. I swear to God. The didn't come up to me from how I perceived it. Wasn't disrespectful. Buddy came up. Hey, you can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, can't be doing this. Gotta go. At that point, man, put the camera down. And go, man. Like, okay, plead. Try to make a case. See if you can work something out. If not, just leave. What is this ego trip for? What is this swinging your? Hey, be respectful, bro. Be the cameraman. Put the camera down. Get the out. They're saying you can't stream there. You can't stream there. What is the sense of entitlement? Bro, I did so much business for Walmart. Don't nobody give a what business you did for Walmart. If they policy is you can't be streaming in there, they don't want you streaming in there. Get the out.
Bro, approach was a little crazy, but I definitely think once you're asked to leave, I'm not one of those people that try to fight for my business to be had. I don't fight to stay to serve somebody that does not want me there in general, let alone with my own actual finance. So once, bro, as he disrespectful, in my opinion, was if he's disrespectful to you, but at the end of the day, ask you to leave, bro, just chalk it. Just leave. It is what it is. We can talk about that shit after the fact. You can call him a hoe or whatever after the fact. I don't like calling him a hoe ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, all that shit in the store, making a scene, none of that. Just get the fuck. But
what was
nah.
disrespectful, if I could ask? Where was
it wasn't his tone, because it wasn't his volume, obviously, but just I don't like the like, I guess, lack of subtleness. I would need to see the clip again, but he kind of like just straight frame on, walks up to him, y'all gotta go. Like, and it's just like no explanation. Like, what's going on? Like, you can't say, hey man, we done talked about this, or hey, you can't do that, or anything like that. You can't just walk up to somebody, shake your head, gotta go. Like, damn, bro. Tell me what the fuck I did real quick.
Play it again.
What's that?
So you already know the drill.
Yeah, y'all already know the drill. Like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all already know the drill. Again, you could just be like, come on, man. We talked about this type stuff. There's better ways to do that. I'm not saying that he has to get down there and be like, oh my God, Agent00. No, he ain't got to do that. But walking up to somebody, y'all already know the drill, get out the stuff. You could handle that better, especially as a professional, the same way that we're asking Agent to go out there and handle it as a professional. I think both sides could do better.
He respectfully, he came up and subtly said, hey, bro, y'all already know the drill, man. It wasn't like he said it kind of.
It wasn't the craziest, but
little girl. It wasn't. He didn't say it the craziest way. He didn't like put 5 on. He was just like, "Come on, bro, you already know the drill." If we're really about to play war on words on what was said, I guess. But man, calling that disrespect, I would love to see how many times y'all have actually been disrespected in real life. If that is deemed a disrespectful way to be told you can't stream in an establishment or a way of somebody telling you to get out.
Well,
I've been a person who's seen a plethora of way more disrespectful get outs. As a worker, I have told way more disrespectful ways of get out. Hey, bro, you already know the drill. It's not there.
The answer would be 0 because again, I think both sides could do better, and I don't sit there stream at a place that I've already had a bad encounter with. I just wouldn't go back there in general anyway. So that's just where I am with it. Again, agree to disagree. I don't really give a fuck. I think there's obviously levels of disrespect as well. I don't think he had the perfect approach, I guess, to sugarcoat it for everybody involved, the conversation. I don't think he had the perfect approach, but I damn sure don't think that that essentially going to war to stay was the right place either. So I just think it's a messy situation. Definitely messier to drag it for as long as they did. Just
well, it gets messier. And see, I think that's the problem. And in the entire sentiment of the entitlement is that even after being told before, like Biso said, I'm going off of what Biso said, but there was a conversation that was had before. You already know if you forgot that you couldn't do it in Publix, which is fine, but we've had these conversations. Why do I have to be now the quote unquote bad guy when you can't follow the rules? Why is that the case? Why am I put in that position?
Can I also say that in context, if we're just not calling people liars, Agent did also on several occasions say, "Who is this guy? I don't know you." Yap, yap, yap. So if Agent genuinely does not recall this guy, that would only add on to the idea of pulling up and be like, "You already know the drill. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." So it's one of them things where I guess agree to disagree, but
I think that doesn't matter in the same context of if they put a trespass on him for real. I don't owe you the quote unquote decency to say, "Hey man, can you get out?" No, I told you the next time that you were gonna get arrested for this.
No, that's very true. If it's real,
it's the same conversation. Hey, I had this. If you forgot, that's fine. Like they say about all the laws, ignorance is not an excuse. So you can forget about this, but you're clearly disrespecting the conversation that we had, which speaks more to the entitlement because you think so little. Like you said, we're the reason why.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This speaks more to the entitlement that somebody told you not to do this before, and you just in your mind fuck it. That doesn't even matter because you know why? We could just have a little conversation, and I could try to sneak my way and conversate my way. No, if these are the rules, that's also another thing. Why we shouldn't have to conversate about the rules. It's not his rules. He's not conversating about his rules. I'm following company policy, so I don't get fired. The respect is, hey, I know this is something that can get you in trouble. Just like this is something that I'm not allowed to do. I'm not gonna do it.
Especially
so the next time anything happens, to be honest with you, that dude could have been and potentially should have been way more exaggerated. It could have started with the police being there. Full stop.
Nah, that wouldn't have been it, man. I understand. Right. Nah, that wouldn't have been. On-site calling the police. Come on, bro. That's not it.
If you about to start calling me hoe ass niggas because you've been trespassed, yeah.
Oh no, when you call him a hoe ass nigga, 911. So, but at that point, no, like on-site police at the second. Again, if he was wanted in the store already, agents aware that he's wanted in the store, then sure, yeah. Hey, police, what the fuck? This guy's here. He's not supposed to be here. But nah, just in general.
Not trespassing. I told you already that these are the rules. This is what can happen with the next rules. For whatever reason, for the sake of the stream and content, you tried to conversate me. I was a little bit lax or whatever the case may be. And it's cool, whatever the case. We went through that one. But I told you that these were the rules. And this is what can happen next time. You doing that same if it's like dealing with fucking kids. If you tell your kid, hey, this is the rule right here. This fridge is closed at 8 p.m. Why am I giving you grace the next time you go to the fridge at 8 p.m.?
I definitely get you that. Yeah,
I'm not giving the kids, but you know, you get the sentiment.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I think that I think And one may call this fence sitting. I would call them a stupid. But no, once agent lost me, once he was like, yo, what the fuck? Who are you? Whoop whoop. His man's talking to him a whole ass nigga, all that stuff. At that point, bro, just get out the store. Again, there's no environment where people are asking you to leave that I feel, unless you've already paid money for the groceries, if groceries ever worked like that, and then they were gonna kick him out and keep like the pineapples or whatever the fuck was in his hand, then I guess. But no, just get the fuck out the store, dog. It's really not that big a deal.
I know this isn't where the conversation is, but to me, just recording in public, let alone live streaming, is still like so weird to me. Because I don't live in like a content city like Omar does. But to me, like the times I brought out A6600, like a mirrorless camera out in public, I be getting stares and I instantly get mad uncomfortable. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like just going into a store, a private property, and recording instantly is like just a crazy image. Like even when we did that that video, I think it was at Publix actually, the cooking video, that was like mad uncomfortable to me, and that wasn't even live stream.
And again, from the perspective, because there's more to show. My brother does call agent. And agent does talk about this.
Here we go.
Even to that conversation, the context is different. We went in there. You can take photos in stores. I have my camera in store. I vlog myself in store.
Yeah.
People know what's going on. It's me centric. Think about the first interaction he had. Going off of what Biso said, 4 streamers came in, chained together,
chained up,
screaming and hollering.
I ain't know
yelling
nothing about that, so I'm not speaking on it. I don't know what that's about.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So the next time I do see you with your camera, this is where my mind, dog, you cannot, like, come on now, we're not doing this.
Yeah, our thing as well was on some, we can stop recording here and there. Like, it wasn't as intrusive as a live stream where you got to be on 10 like the whole time, especially with content that he makes. But
let me play the clip. My brother calls him, and then agent also reacts to the clip of my brother calling. But this is the first clip. This is agent calling my brother, or my brother.
He picks up.
Nah, say this. Wait. Aren't you going?
Oh yeah, well. Yo, I was gonna say this now, but I just thought I'm gonna see you later on. But I'm looking at this Publix clip. Man, you was wrong, bro.
What I do?
Just put the
no,
food
say
down.
it how you really said it.
Just put the food down and keep it pushing, dog. He told you to get the fuck out of his store. You get the fuck out of his store.
Now you see the tone don't change, y'all.
He's falling for the same trap that bots on TikTok fall for, nigga.
Nigga, he did. He told you to get out, and you got out.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. Okay. I mean, niggas sat there and said I wouldn't tell you that you were wrong, but I mean,
yeah, I did leave, and I said I'm not. I said the same way I'm not entitled to shop, and I'm not entitled to record in his store. Like he's not entitled to my money either. So I took my business to Kroger.
Well, we know who can't go to Kroger.
Yo, what the fuck?
They don't show you that. They don't show you that part.
But they don't show you that part, bro. But that's
He's still acting like a Karen.
Like, you don't want me at your store, bro.
Wait, ask him why he randomly said he gave thousands of dollars of business to Walmart.
Why did you randomly say that you give thousands of dollars to Walmart?
Money.
I do though. Walmart gets hella bags from me.
But why?
Well, why? But what does it matter though if he's telling you to leave out of his store?
I'm saying
he gave
like
him
he's
fucking
acting
money.
like he's. You get what I'm saying? The nigga moving with an ego, gang. I'm saying
He came up and told you to leave the store after he told you something that he been told you before.
Triple H fucked you up, bro.
If somebody comes up to me and abruptly asks me to leave, even though I've done nothing wrong, if I'm recording, I say, okay, I'll leave. I'm on my way out. He's continuing to pester me. And so I drop the things and I walk out the store. What the fuck do you expect me to do? Do you want me to sprint out the store?
No,
I'm
just
on my way out, bro.
Just be like, all right, cool, and just drop it and leave.
That's what I did.
No, I'm watching you talk to this nigga still. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So if this was a court case, right? You've laid down the evidence. Agent is the defendant here. He brings up an approach that some jurors would say was aggressive, some would say was completely valid, and the man's doing his job. Once agent's next defense was, I left immediately and did nothing wrong, that nigga guilty.
Do you know
it's real quick, it just sounded like he wanted...
Yeah, they're guilty. That's guilty.
It just sounded like he wanted special treatment because of the pull that he got like from his interaction with Lowe. Oh, I bring thousands of dollars to this. Like, why would y'all treat me like this type shit? Like, I think he knew he was breaking the rules, but it was awesome. Bro, you know what I bring to this establishment.
Do you know the sense of entitlement, the sense of ego you must have to misremember a situation that badly? That nigga Lowe, bro, once he tells you to leave, just leave the store. I did leave the store. No, y'all called this nigga all types of whole type of niggas. Y'all argue back and forth. There was a lot happening between him telling you to leave and you putting the shit down and leaving. And the fact that you can misremember it so bad to the point to where you're just like, oh no, but I did handle it correctly. Man, that shit's scary, bro.
That's agent.
That shit is scary.
That's agent.
That's super scary.
If
that's how niggas is.
And again, the other entitlement, the other entitlement of after I did nothing wrong, you recording is the thing wrong. Mind you, they're following you or they're continuing to quote unquote pester you because you still have your camera on. The purpose of them coming up to you is to tell you to stop recording and put the camera down. If you would have put the camera down, cut the stream or whatever the case may be, which I know, hey, you can't do it. This is a content game. But if you did that, there wouldn't be a continuous follow or whatever. But the idea of, oh, I didn't know, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. The literal recording. So he responds to the phone call. He responds to the phone call. Let me pull that up.
Here we go. Chapter 3.
I think that this is incredible.
That's what I did.
I'm watching you talk to this nigga now. What are you talking about?
Bro. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. What the fuck? Like, yo, it's the same thing, chat. When we was at the dealership and he said NDA reasons you can't record here, I said, oh, okay, oh, damn, my bad. Feel me? I'm not gonna force it. Like, I by any means possible, I'm not forcing anything, bro. It is what it is. Like, but I'm definitely not gonna let nobody talk to me any type of way and continue to get my business. Absolutely not. I just took my business elsewhere. That's very easy, bro. I don't know why he was saying that.
Is that?
All right.
But that's a game.
Out of all the clips, that's when he called me. He hasn't called me about a good clip, bro. He hasn't called me to say congrats on top 5. Bro called me about fucking. All right. Let's change the graphics.
Yeah. It's a pretty cut and dry case for me. I don't know about y'all. Again, you could have your conversation of was the approach rude or not. Yap it up. Comment below. Who gives a fuck? Once somebody asks you to leave something, chat, comment section, co-host, and anybody listening to this, just get your black ass out of there. It's like you're not wanted there. I don't know why you would want to be there anyway. If hypothetically that's all he did, I would 100% be on Team Agent. Unfortunately, I think we've all seen it was not a, hey, y'all gotta go. You already know the drill. Dang, dude, what the fuck? But it wasn't that simple. And that's just all it was.
As a nigga that work retail, I have a very, very hard time not judging people based off how you treat retail workers in what I deem a normal situation. And for that nigga agent to turn into a straight Karen for no reason, that's disgusting to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. But that shit to me is so fucking disgusting. And it's such a tell of character. I'm taking it there. That is a tell of character to me and type of what type of nigga you are for you to just explode and act hella irrational in a rational situation. I'm not deeming that nigga. Hey, come on, bro. Y'all know what time it is. Like, bro, that was not a reason to blow up the way he did. And then I bring thousands of dollars though. I bring so much business to Walmart. Why would you, bro? Who do you think you are, my nigga? Like, that is so disgusting to me. That is so nasty.
I ain't gonna drag it there because especially because it's a one-off thing. For me, at least, I don't keep up with agents drama.
You want to play the security clips?
I'm about to say it's not a one-off thing because
if y'all want to play all these clips on agent, I guess I don't keep tabs on people and necessarily till I like either meet them or until it's like more than sufficient evidence. But yeah, I ain't gonna drag it to character, but I definitely think in this situation, nah, that weren't the best way. It weren't a crash out, but that wasn't the best.
Sage, if a nigga reacted like that to you when you was at T-Mobile, how would you feel about him? What would you say about him?
Just be like, that's fine, get out the store.
But what would you say, like, later on when you hop on a game with the homies, how would you describe that situation? You would not be like, yo, this
I'd be
dickhead
like, yeah.
at work, my nigga. Y'all won't believe that.
Oh, yeah, you definitely talk about it. You definitely like, yo, this nigga thought because he was about to get 5 iPhones that I needed that shit, bro. Just get out the fucking store, bro. We're like, I'm good. Type exactly the same way that the employee was, where he was like, bro, I promise you, we're not gonna go bankrupt, bro. It was like Publix is fine, type shit.
You'd have felt like he was an asshole. You'd have been like, yo,
Yeah, I'd have felt like he's a fucking asshole. Yeah, I'd have felt like he's an asshole.
I gotta find it. It would,
but I wouldn't like, you know what I'm saying, considering that I've seen other clips, other things like that. Fuck, we've had him on this channel even. I wouldn't just then go based on 1-2 situations. Oh yeah, never mind. This guy put on a mask and is a total asshole. Maybe it's changed for the better or worse. Time does.
I can agree with what you're saying. If this is the one isolated incident, you know, things like that in that nature. Some of what Don was saying is really resonating. I think the conclusion jumping.
Don't get caught now.
Entitlement is there. Oh no, listen. A 1 out of 10 is being produced tonight, so trust me, it's gonna be said. But there was that time where the security guard. It might have been 2 times where the security guard was tripping hard because they wouldn't let him into the event or whatever the case may be. Whoop. I forgot I also made a video about it, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't he have an incident with at a soccer game?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
What are you securing?
So for context, because this the audio.
This look familiar.
This is them at one of the celebrity soccer games and stuff like that, and Agent wasn't allowed up there because the security guard was talking about their phones having certain tripods or some situations like that, if I'm not mistaken, and also him like reminding them that like, yo, we are AMP, like this, the AMP shit. We are AMP. We should be able to get up there.
What are you securing right now? What are you securing?
There's only people that are supposed to be doing representation.
You're not understanding. You're flown here by sidemen.
Yeah, listen. But I could rock up here now and say, oh, they're phoning me.
Nigga, channel, dog. We're not just anybody. They invited us, dog. You up the stream. You not securing shit. There could be something happening right now. You haven't secured a thing. It's not. You're not securing nothing, though. You're just wasting time. What the f is wrong with these guys? This is what I be talking about, security having power trips, dog.
He's crashing, but I remember this. Wasn't the context to this?
I don't remember it like that.
No, I do remember this. Wasn't the context to this that he was supposed to be in the building and the security couldn't recognize who they were? So it was like, let us in the building type shit. Wasn't that the context on it? I know chatters know it. I understand this community like being too cool for school. I know some of you.
From what I remember, again, the information's a little blurry now. It was on something like they had a proper pass to actually record. They pressed them for not having the proper pass, and that's when Agent was like, "Bro, we can actually record. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" But I don't know. I may be wrong.
I gotta remember because I remember seeing that fucking clip, bro. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be in there, and the nigga couldn't recognize him.
That there are more security guard clips. I mean, there's more clips.
Being said, obviously,
I'm thinking about this might happen to Agent a lot.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it probably does happen. Being said, yeah, no, you shouldn't walk up to him. You're not securing shit. That's crazy, but no.
You're the only nigga to start spazzing out. Even if it is a misunderstanding, there are ways you handle situations. Blowing up and turning into a fucking Karen every time a bad situation happens or a misunderstanding happens. Again, very telling of character. I'm sorry. I'm not the nigga that's been around them. I don't have the context of every single thing that happens. But Sage, what do you say? If it walk like a duck, if it swim like a duck,
you're saying
if it quack like a duck,
nigga,
if you explode once like a Karen, You explode twice like a Karen. And if this nigga Omar drops 2 more videos of you acting like a fucking Karen, you know what I'm gonna assume about you, my nigga? In heated situations, you act like a fucking Karen, my nigga. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
The nigga hates not being told he's allowed inside. Like that, maybe that's just one of his quirks. Like, yo, he just wants to be able to go in the buildings, man. But nah, that ass.
Cardiac passion right now.
I am like, I'm gonna do my Googles when I get the chance offline. I'm 90% sure a nigga in the comment section will do it if chat's gonna act like nobody here knows context. But I'm pretty positive that's what that was, because I remember seeing that clip all over Twitter, and everybody was like, "Bruh, that is crazy though. Like, he was supposed to be in that bitch." Tell you shit. But that's the level of anger though. I'm with you. It's tough.